is the result of all the poems I've written before. It took me all those poems to get to this poem. It's called The Origin Story. You wouldn't tell that you thought you were a mother when you were 3 years old, that you lived in the Germantown projects and had a baby carriage for your baby doll. And you wrote 100 poems before you wrote this one, like a veteran who doesn't talk about the war. You were the mother in the back seat of the car that drove away, and you were the baby forgotten in a cabin on the Cape, the one that got left with a family friend at the Chelsea Naval Hospital with third-degree burns. And where was your comfort when your baby was left, and when you were the baby, too young to know that the body holds its wordless wounds, carries them for a lifetime? The doll was packed up and mailed to your house, but you wouldn't touch her and didn't want her. Later in school, you learned about war. It was taught like math or spelling, as if it was perfectly natural. You had to memorize the dates of wars that shouldn't have happened, and you carried the weight of generational trauma. And when asked what superpower you would want if you had one, to be invisible, you answered. You forgot about baby dolls and moved on to Barbies. You didn't talk to strangers or wait for heroes. You marched for peace and cherished children. You wrote your way through an archaeological dig that led to the unearthing of the carriage left empty.
Is this me? Out from the darkness of pre-dawn, from the in-between, these words bring me to another day. Is this me? This body with aging discomforts? The same one who birthed 5 sons? The one who fell in love more than once? The one who felt responsible for everybody's everything? The one who dreamed and danced? The one who rode a horse through the Andes Mountains? The one who took motherhood so very seriously, attachment so deep? The one who has 5 planets in Virgo? The one who recognizes the thread of the divine in all she has done? The one who researches, studies fervently for answers? The one who feels suffering of people close and far and knows she cannot heal their wounds? The one who has held grandchildren and has touched their souls? The one who named your children for their immortality? Is this me? Who sits and writes and walks and chants and talks and eats and grows flowers, still loving her family deeply, surrounded by dear companions? The one who is preparing to leave them all one day? The one who reaches for what is here, present? The one who comes to tears so much easier now? The one who sees more beauty everywhere? The one who has patience, knowing this will change? The one who glimpses an eternal beyond all the above? The one who descends into the well often? The one who knows her curiosity and fervor is insubstantial to whom or what she is? The one who knows what she leaves behind? Will she be gone? The one who knows that any identity she had assumed in this life will be subsumed after her own assumption? The one who has no name except in the hearts she says goodbye to? Is this me? She answers, knowing yet the fantasy of the question, an unnecessary question after all, before all, within all. The words that can never provide the answer to this me that is asking. Soul knowing, soul living, soul moving. Perhaps in words, an answer might be yes, no, silence.